Hi friends, welcome back to The Classy Mommy. I'm Brittany and I'm glad you're here. In today's video, I want to show you some ways that I helped bring my house into spring. This is the first spring that we've been in our new house, and if you don't know, we are owner builders, so all last year we were building. Actually, for the last few years, we've been in the process of building or preparing or just moving in. So this is our first spring in the home, and it has been such a joy to pull out old spring decor items I've had from other places we've lived and see what works here. Now, every home is so different, so something that worked at a previous place I was living in, doesn't necessarily translate to where I am now. So it's been really fun since we can't leave the house and go shopping. Like maybe I typically would be excited to go look for new things. I've had to look through bins and see what I already have, and I was able to find a few things before all of the stay-at-home orders have got into effect. So let's start right at the entryway. When you first walk in, I have this beautiful hutch, and I found this last year at Furniture Row. I feel so blessed to have found this. It was a little bit damaged, so I got an incredible deal on it, and I just love the color for all seasons. On the wall are 3 new pieces of art I got in January from Hobby Lobby. The same lamps that you've seen before. I have this white faux floral from TJ Maxx from years ago. This clock I got from my father-in-law, and this hidden book that has an openable lid, so it's like a hidden compartment kind of book. Was a gift from my mom to my husband many years ago and has a lot of sentimental value. Across from the entryway is our dining room. Now, I still have the 3 different but coordinating mercury glass candles. Over here above the piano, we have 2 family photos, and I was just talking to my mom about our family photos. I've really invested in family photos every year, and she was teasing me saying that I'm gonna run out of wall space at some point to put these family photos, and then I told her my trick. Behind the current year's photos is every photo year going back all the way to my husband and I's engagement pictures. So whenever I open up the back of these a lot of the picture frames around my house actually, I'll see just different photos of us through the years. We've only been married for 7, together for 8 years, but still it's a long time, and I'm really looking forward to just having a special little stash of every year, looking back through them and seeing what's changed and how we've all grown through the years. So if you have a lot of family photos and you like to change them regularly, maybe don't take them out of the frame, just leave them in there. It's kind of special. In the living room, I didn't do too much to change. I did change the orientation of the couches and the chairs. I saw this arrangement a lot when I was going through a local tour of homes as we were building. I didn't know how exactly I would want the couches and the chairs arranged in here. Last winter, I had the 2 wingback chairs in front of the windows, and that was spectacular. So we're trying this new. We also are enjoying this. We'll just see what we like, and we might even change it up seasonally. A new piece of furniture in the living room is this wonderful, beautiful pre-owned coffee table. We found it on Facebook Marketplace, and we've noticed that since we've had it in the living room, our children often will have little chairs sitting in front of it and use it as a spot to color or to read or to build Legos. They've really enjoyed this table, coffee table, but it's just a perfect size, and we've noticed as a whole family that we're using that space so much more just because the coffee table's in there. On the mantle, I added 3 candlesticks that I've had for probably 7 or 8 years, maybe even longer than that. And on the other side, I have some faux pink florals in a beautiful glass vase. And don't worry, the pillows that are in front of the fireplace are not a hazard at all. Our fireplace has a feature where we can turn off heat, and so it's just the ambiance of the look of the fire, and so that's what we've been enjoying, especially since the weather has been warming up. Over here in the kitchen, I've kept things very, very simple. I love the texture and the pattern of my countertops, and they could be a little overwhelming because they're very patterned. I love the pattern. I love the different colors and the texture of the colors in there. So I've chosen in my kitchen to really let that be the focal point, is the countertops themselves. So on top of the counter, I have a very beautiful and very sentimental crystal container that I've just put some fruit in, and I refresh that with weekly fruit, and we do eat the fruit out of there, so it'll get pretty bare before going grocery shopping again. That one was from my late grandmother, so it's very special to me, and I love having it out and thinking of her often. The table you see behind me, I've also made quite a few changes to. The candle holders I got for $2.50 each. They were on a 90% off clearance table at Fred Meyer's. They were a part of their Christmas decor. I don't think they look particularly Christmassy, but supposedly they were part of their Christmas decor, and since Christmas was over, I found them in January and they were clearanced out heavily. So yes, got them for $2.50 each, and they're just beautiful iron, and I have never purchased anything like that before. I know it's very on trend right now. When I saw the price and I loved the color and the simplicity of the style, I thought that would be a great addition. You've also seen the picture frame before. However, last year it was in the entryway. I love this picture of my two children in there as well. And if you look behind this picture, you'd see other pictures from previous years as well. The ceramic glass vase I found at Walmart probably 7 years ago, and the faux florals that are inside of it. I really love the height and how it brings your eye up. I also love how it brings a little bit of earthy greens in. I really enjoy wearing green, being around green. I grew up in the Pacific Northwest. I'm used to everything just being mossy and green, green, green. Of course, I'm in Idaho, and that's not the case where I'm living now in Idaho. So I really love feeling like bringing the outdoors inside. These are faux florals, and I did find them for only a couple of dollars at a local thrift store, also in January. Moving further into my kitchen, on the pantry door, I found this beautiful wreath. I got this one at TJ Maxx. Actually, I borrowed it from my front door, so I think I will find one eventually. It's just a little bit smaller for the pantry. This one is more of a front door size, but I just love having the green in here for the same reasons of feeling that just freshness and springness and bringing the outdoors in. Here's my very sad looking daisies. They were a little bit happier, but I still am really enjoying seeing the yellow color. Also went with the lemon that was in my jar on the countertop. I love this sign. You're pretty much my favorite of all time in the history of ever. And this candle I got from a student many years ago. The term favorite is actually very sentimental and very special to me because when I was growing up, my dad used to introduce me and my 4 siblings and my mom to new people as his favorites. And he would just kind of, be a little silly with it. And of course we know, and I would argue that I really am his favorite. Each of us would all say that we were all his favorite. And he does call all of us his favorites. So it's not a real thing, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing, but if you ask any of us, we undoubtedly are absolutely Dad's favorite. So when I saw that sign, I thought, oh, that's absolutely something I want to bring into my family as well, with my children and my husband, just feeling that they're my favorites and that we're all each other's favorites. I really loved that. The faux floral that I have above my sink, again, bringing that green outside in, even though it's faux. I found that one at TJ Maxx back in January as well. The ceramic soap holder I have by my sink, I used to have that in my bathroom in a previous home, and I would put shampoos and bath salts and bubble bath in there next to my bathtub. And I found it in a box as we've moved in officially and gone through all the boxes finally. I found that and I thought it really went with the creams colors of the cabinets, and I put my dish soap and my hand soap inside of there. I wish that I could also fit this lotion, but since it has a yellow cover and I do have quite a bit of yellow going on in here, even though it's subtle, I thought it would be okay for it to be out next to it. I love all the yellows. The last place upstairs that I've really put a little bit of a springy touch is the laundry room. This is not heavily decorated by any means, but I think it's very clean, it's very fresh. When I walk in here, I just feel very homey and very comfortable. I love the wood color on this frame. My dad got me this frame quite a few years ago for Christmas, so it's very special, and his friend had handmade it, so my mom got one with a different bow colors, and I received one, so it's very special to me to know that my mom has a coordinating one in her home, and it's from my dad. I love these photos in there. I love these pictures of my children, and I found this little green faux floral at also Hobby Lobby. It was on their clearance shelf for maybe $2 or $3. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know about you, but the more I'm home, the more I'm just falling in love with the space I live in, wanting to continue customizing it to the colors I like, the preferences I like, making really cozy areas for me and my family to just be and to live. And lately we've been really enjoying evening snacks and a little treat. I've been trying to do like just a tiny little a little special dessert after dinner, and games. So I've been trying to find special little places around the house, and I do think Decor helps with that we can just nestle in, be comfortable, have our decaf coffee or tea, and the kids can have a little treat, and we can just play card games together. My children are so young that they're really pretty easygoing. If there's treats involved with anything, they're in. They're 4 in 1. So this is just how I've been continuing to nest, if you want to say it like that. That's how me and my mom call it. Just nesting, just decorating, and really moving into my space. I'm loving being here. This is our first spring. It's been so much of a joy to bring out all of my spring decorations, see what works, repurpose things, and just move in. I hope that whatever space you're in, you're able to just be there no matter how long you've been there, to just fully move in and unpack and decorate and make the space that you're in the most fantastic, homey, snuggly place you possibly can. All right, I'll see you guys next time.